Hey, thanks for coming out and watching us here on the Odd Rod Garage. Thanks for coming back, taking the time out of your daily schedule. We really appreciate it. Today, we're going to go over a couple of different things. We're going to show you how to do a patina or a faux tina paint job. We're going to do it on a grill here on this truck right here. We're also going to show you as we install some of the heat block and sound deadening material inside Ben's 65 C10 so we can get ready to install the carpeting. We're also going to show you us painting the underside of the hood so we can make it look a little prettier under there. We want the truck to look ugly on the outside, but when you pop the hood or you look in the interior, it's nice and neat and everything looks like it's supposed to. So, thanks for coming. Hang on for the ride. All right, well, next step in Ben's truck is painting the hood, the underside of the hood. So we already prepared it the other day. I don't know if we videotaped that or not, but that's pretty boring anyway. So let me get a little bit of black paint on it and it'll make it look a little better. All right, pretty simple, cheap gun from Home Depot, but you're using really thick material, so you got to have a large orifice, so a fancy gun doesn't do any good. Anyway, turned out pretty good. I'm going to unwrap it real quick, and we'll call this a wrap. Wah, wah.
Hello everybody, Odd Rod Garage here, and it's windy today. Anyway, I've been working a lot ahead of you guys. I'll show you some of the stuff I've already done today, and then I'll show you what we're about to do. So first off, I don't know if you guys saw the footage, but they went ahead and shot inside of Ben's cab. Looks beautiful. Looks it's nice to get all one color in there. Anyway, he also shot the hood. Ooh, right? We got our lenses in, ×2. Back here, we have our hood stops. Actually, they're not really a stop, they're more of a guide. As the hood goes down, it kind of centers it. Anyway, also, I don't know if you noticed, but it's got eyeballs. Yay, eyeballs. It also has a filler neck. Whoop. So that's completed there. Yeah, look inside there. It looks pretty cool. Pretty cool, like a big black cave. Anyway, we're starting to put some of the fasteners back together. We've got the ashtray back in it. The glove box, we don't have a good latch for it yet, so I just tied it up there so it doesn't get damaged. Steering wheel's shot black. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. Doors are all nice and black now.
So it's almost impossible for us to get a faux Tina paint job to look like the original. I mean, you can't really replicate this. You know, I tell people all the time, it took God 50 years to paint this truck like this. There's no way I'm going to be able to replicate it in an hour, and there's no reason that I'd want to mess it up. So, but on the grill, we went through and we painted it white. It's too stark for the rest of the truck. So we're just trying to distress it a little bit. And on this, to make it look pretty convincing, it all depends on the sandpaper you use. So to begin with, we're going to use from 320. We're going to try and put some highlights in it. And then we will graduate to a much finer grit so that we can buff it out and not have those obvious scratches, to where it'll look like it was worn over time with wind, rain, washing, you know, just the elements. So if you use too coarse a sandpaper, it leaves scratch marks and it's obvious you try to do it. So we're going to give it a shot on this. Tell me what you think. Also, you don't want to be real obvious and consistent. You'll notice on here you have a much bigger paint mist area, and then smaller, and then some is solid. So you got to make sure you don't make it look like a Dalmatian. People go too far sometimes. We're just going to try and do a little bit and see what we get. You see a little bit's already showing up. I think it already gives it a nice look. We're just trying to tone it down just a little bit. If you go too far, then it'll be too much. Also, this would be a natural area for the sun to have eliminated some of the white paint. So we will get a little more stuff exposed here. Alright, so many times when people are doing their faux Tina paint jobs, they just go too far. So hopefully I didn't go too far with this. I think this actually turned out pretty good. Obviously we, you know, got a little bit of black paint on there, like so it's been overspray or something. Got a little bit, but then it goes into a little more natural look. And it didn't take long at all. I think it looks good. Now we're going to try and do what's called a dry brush. So let's see what happens. Alright, so I have some very thinned out paint. Maybe just stain it a little bit. Let's see how it works. All right, we're gonna let that dry up a little bit. Thought about putting another color in. I'll show you what I'll do. I'm gonna put another color in. We'll let that dry up, then we'll go through and we'll finish up our little sanding, and sometimes just an extra little color will give it just a way to pop that's not, which you normally wouldn't think. So you see I'm using a little blue, just as a little accent. Nothing real bright, where it looks like maybe it was blue at one time. Sort of a tricolor effect. Well, I think it looks pretty darn good. I think it looks better than it did, let's put it that way. I think it has enough patina to it. Hopefully it'll be toned down enough for, hopefully Ben will like it. All right, I'm gonna get some sanding done on it and then we'll give you a final verdict. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a rub. Like. I don't think it's too much, I don't think it's too little. I think it has enough that it looks all right. Well, I thought the patina was perfect. Ben wants to have more, so I'm going to get out a DA. There's going to be some ugly noise. I'm going to make even more paint show up. I like the subtle touch. He wants to go over the top. All right, give me a vote. I went further with it. You guys tell me what you think. All right, so I told you I was going to show you how to rust it using hydrogen peroxide, vinegar, and salt combination. But that's going to be on the next video. We'll rustify this a little bit so it matches, but I'm out of time. I'm out of time right now. I got to get in and get this thing burned so that you guys can enjoy these lovely videos that we do. Anyway, appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us. Thanks for watching.